Hi, I'm connected. Yes. Hi, I'm Marta and this is NotEnoughTECH, and today we are taking a look at the smarter NavBar actions, the seventh and the unifying profile that's going to connect all of the previous standalone actions together. So previously I've been talking about things like casting to active PC, extra control for WhatsApp, we have music controls, clipboards, we have a USB transfer controls and a couple of others. You can see them right now on the screen. Now in this, so what is actually the smarter navbar doing? So imagine you have your music playback in here, so like I've got in here, and you're obviously going to have a music navbar enabled so you could control your playback. But in the previous setup, what happens when you go to Facebook, that's going to change and start casting into active PC, and that would stay there. And when you close the Facebook, actually it will restore the navbar to a default, not to the previous one. So with the smarter navbar, instead of having this wiped and not having any custom actions, smarter navbar will know that previously you've been listening to music, and that will restore the music navbar until you complete the music playback. So when I stop the playback, obviously it will close this out. So this is the navbar, and how does it work? Well, I've introduced something called index of importance. Now this is a very fancy name for something very simple. Imagine a shelf, and on each shelf you're gonna put the most important things on top of it and the least important things at the bottom. And based on this index, TASKER will check what navbars are currently available to be displayed, and will work its way around on this index. So in this instant, for example, when I showcased it to you, I've created Facebook to be above playing music, and based on that, TASKER checked that okay, Facebook right now is a context, let's open the Facebook navbar, and once it's closed, it checked that the music navbar, since it has not been removed from that index, and restored the next available navbar from the index. So this is how it works. Now, index itself isn't exactly a fixed thing. You can modify it to your own liking. My index has 6 different levels, and all those are placed on 6 different levels of importance. Now, for your case, it can vary, and you can assign the importance according to your needs. Now, bear in mind, I would strongly recommend you to go to the website itself and take a look at the article associated with this video. It's in the description. And it's very important because as such there will be no TaskerNet profile associated with this, because you have to modify each standalone action on its own, and obviously this is hard to cover, especially when every single standalone navbar action has been released as a separate project. So do pay attention to what you do. You'll notice that those modifications aren't very complicated, and it actually makes everything working really, really well. So for my smarter navbar actions, my index of importance is as follows. First, I have short-term actions. That would be my clipboard manager. It's only there for 15 seconds, so it can be overlaid over the music or over the Facebook or WhatsApp notifications. Then I have app context, so contextual actions. So if I'm in a Facebook and I'm listening to music, I want the Facebook to be displayed, not the music. If I'm in a WhatsApp, etc. And so all the contextual items that are there based on the apps, because you're gonna essentially close an app. Now, third one, it's time or persistent actions. So for example, for a specific of time, I'm gonna be playing the music, so I want those controls being there. And because these are like take a little bit of time, so that's why they are on this level. Then I have location and time based actions. So if I set up alarm or reminder or something like that, it will display when the music is off, and it will override that action. Now bear in mind, this only applies when you go back from a certain task, so you don't have to panic or saying like, oh, I've listened to music, I'm not going to see my alarm action. you will see your alarm action, but that alarm action will restore next time the navbar is closed for whatever reason. Then I have other actions, and other actions for me it's USB plugged in. I've put it down the list mostly because you don't usually keep your USB plugged in for a long time, and it's not really important. And then last level, it's background actions, so all the room assignments, etc. So the tasker is gonna go through all of those, check if any of other actions are present, and then if I'm logged into a room, it's gonna display a room assignment navbar. So those are, this is my index of importance. Feel free to mess around with it and change it. Now let's open the TASKER now and see how it is executed in practice. So as you can see, this project doesn't have any profiles because it is based on tasks. There's a couple of tasks. First of all, I'm going to create a series of variables which will reflect the level of importance. And now, as you can see, SNB manual override 1 to 6 are my levels of importance, and each one of them, it's a task to kill appropriate variable and then perform the clearing navbar. So when the navbar is removed, tasker checks what variables has been basically assigned to my level of importance in these, and then perform appropriate tasks. So for example, it's very important to keep the names consistent. So let's focus on the Facebook, for example. So you can see that the level of importance is level 2 because SN border 2 is, if it's set, then it will contain a name of the navbar to run. And that navbar to run, if we're going to go to Facebook on here and we go to profile, this is the action, this one here, this is the action I want to run. So NB open Facebook. This action actually opens the navbar. So when I click into it, you will see that first of all, I assign the variable of the level of importance in an entry task. So this variable, SNB order 2. So this means that level of importance is 2, and I enter the name of the task I want to run, and this task, it should be the task creating the navbar at the bottom. So once this is done, that's done, I'm happy. And I do that for every single standalone actions. If I go to WhatsApp, you'll see that in my WhatsApp, the navbar creating profile is here, and I have also SNB order 2 because WhatsApp or Facebook never gonna be open together, it's gonna be one on the other. So that's why you can see this being pushed to level 2. Let's take a look at the music. So for example, in my music playable, I have 2 tasks in here that create a different navbar, one for play and one for pause. So for play, I'm going to assign NB music play, which is the task that is basically assigning the name of the variable to the name of the task that will create this navbar. When you exit the navbar, a clear navbar task is running, and this task has to be assigned to every single exiting profile. Now what's gonna happen is task will check every single level, so 1 to 6 on here, and check if that variable is set. If the variable is not set, obviously it will skip this one. If the variable from order 2 is not set, it will skip this one, etc, etc. But it's very important that we're going to add stop action, because I don't want tasker to keep checking other navbars if we found a navbar of the bigger importance. So every single perform task action in here has this stop selected. And where you have to place this is, let's go back to Facebook action again, profiles, and you have your reset task. And in reset task you have to take care of 2 things. First of all, you have to clear the variable. That variable was storing the importance level, and we need to clear it now. So for each exit task, we'll be clearing the variable of that profile, of that level, and then we're going to add perform task navbar after the navigation has been restored to default. Now I'm doing it after because I want NavBar to disappear, and if there is no any compatible NavBars, obviously I want it to stay there and that task will return empty. So that's what happens. Now there is a couple of things that we have to take care of for each individual project, mainly for NFC. During the troubleshooting, I discovered if I'm going to run this task, I had this one previously set and I had this one previously set. If I want to restore the correct navbar when I'm logged in, I have to pass it as a parameter. So there's a slight difference, and if that parameter it means equals 1, it means this task has been triggered by something else, not by tag, but something else, and that something else means another task where I set the parameter. So if I'm gonna jump back to let's go back to TASKER again. I'm gonna jump back to my navbar, to task, and to perform task for that was I think level 6. You will see that I've assigned parameter 1. This is a trigger that basically I'm telling this task for NFC that I am triggering this not by NFC, I'm triggering this from outside source, and that outside source has the parameter variable equals to 1 when it's set. And then I do the usual, I do the setting the variable to the name of the task I want to perform for the navbar, and then I'm performing the task which gonna basically check which variable I should, which devices I should assign to this navbar, and then I will stop. So that's the only change I needed to do in these ones. And now same for the time context, assigning it to level 4, I'm assigning title of the task I want to run, and on exit I do the clearing variable and performing the task. Next one, WhatsApp, same with WhatsApp, I'm assigning it there and clearing it here with those two actions. There is no other modifications really for each standalone profile. All you had to do is just to go to and find the task that will trigger the navbar, enter this variable with index of importance, and on exit clear that variable and perform the task. Right, I understand that's been slightly complicated. Now bear in mind, the TASKER profile linked in the article below, it's not something that's going to work on its own. You have to make specific modifications to all these tasks I've been going through with you, so do remember this. Now, as for now guys, as usual, don't have a posting schedule, but I'm back online, so expect a little bit more activity from me. Do follow me on social media, it matters, and it gives you notifications for when the new content is out, so you don't miss out. Feel free to use a YouTube function to subscribe and get notifications about my videos. And for now guys, I'm gonna say thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.